You are born near the top of the hyena clan. Then puberty turns you into a refugee. That is the basic deal if you are a male spotted hyena. Your childhood begins with rank, milk, protection, and a mother who can shove adults away from food. Your adulthood begins with exile, hunger, strangers, teeth, and the slow realization that the social ladder does exist, it just was not built for you. At birth, you do not look like a helpless little puppy waiting for nature to install the software. You come out with your eyes open. Your teeth are already there. Your ears are folded, your fur is dark, and your first life lesson is simple. If you want milk, fight for the nipple, like rent is due. Because even inside the den, peace is mostly decoration. If you have a twin, that twin is not just your sibling. That twin is your first rival. The den is warm, dark, and full of tiny squeaks, but underneath that cuteness is a brutal little economy. Your mother's milk is rich, valuable, and not always available on demand, because she may travel far to feed. Every mouthful matters, every shove matters, every bite from your brother or sister matters. So your life starts with a wrestling match, but compared with what is coming, this is paradise. For now, you have the most powerful thing a young hyena can have, a mother. In a spotted hyena clan, your mother is not just family. She is your shield, your rank, your access to food, and your reason other hyenas do not treat you like loose meat. Hyena society is built around female lines. Daughters usually stay. Mothers, sisters, aunts, and cubs form the core of the clan. Rank flows through them like blood through a body. If your mother ranks high, you are carried upward with her. You can be tiny, round, and barely coordinated, and still outrank adult males that join the clan from outside. Picture a scarred male with a full-grown skull, bone-crushing jaws, and old bite marks across his face, stepping aside because a cub with milk on its chin has better family connections. That is not a joke. That is the system. At the communal den, you learn this system before you understand it. You watch who approaches first, who lowers their head, who backs away, who gets bitten for standing too close. You learn that every hyena body is a message. Tail up, ears back, head low, belly exposed. Every movement says either, I matter, or please do not remove part of me. The females matter most. Female spotted hyenas are not background mothers softly watching the savanna. They are larger on average than males, more socially dominant, and built for a world where feeding is a contact sport. Around a carcass, there may be no gentle sequence of turns. There is noise, dust, jaws, pushing, lunging, and that famous hyena chaos that sounds like laughter only if you ignore the fact that something dead is being dismantled at high speed. For a mother, winning access to food is not greed. It is cub survival. Her milk feeds you. Her strength protects you. Her rank lets you survive long enough to become someone else's problem. And for roughly your first 2 years, you are inside that protective circle. These are your golden years. You do not know they are golden because your main hobbies are biting siblings, yelling, and being confused by your own feet. But biologically, this is the part of life where the clan still owes you something. You belong here. Your scent is familiar. Your mother's allies know you. Your enemies hesitate, at least when she is nearby. Then your body grows, your legs lengthen, your voice deepens. Your black cub fur fades into spots. You begin following adults farther from the den. You learn the routes between resting sites, hunting grounds, and old carcass places. You smell borders marked by rival clans. You hear whoops floating over the dark grass at night. Long calls that tell every hyena in the distance, this land has owners. And then the hidden rule of your life wakes up. You are male. In many mammal societies, growing into a young male means you may one day fight for dominance. Maybe you get stronger. Maybe you challenge rivals. Maybe you take territory, win mates, and become the terrifying adult you used to avoid. In spotted hyena society, that fantasy walks straight into a wall, because females generally avoid mating with males from their own clan. That helps prevent inbreeding, which is excellent for genetics and terrible for your personal comfort. The clan that raised you is not where your adult future is supposed to happen. So nature gives you a simple instruction. Leave, not because you are weak, not because you failed, not because you made one bad decision near a carcass and embarrassed the family. Leave because the system needs you gone. At around 2 years old, sometimes later, young males disperse. That soft word makes it sound like floating away on a breeze. It is not. Dispersal means walking out of the one place where your name, smell, and mother still protect you, then crossing a landscape full of animals that do not care about your tragic character arc. The first night alone is not poetic. It is too quiet. No mother nearby, no den behind you, no familiar clan spread across the grass. You move with your head low, ears turning at every sound. A lion call rolls in the distance, and your whole body understands the size difference before your brain can make a sentence out of it. Lions kill hyenas. Rival hyenas kill hyenas. Hunger kills quietly, infection kills later. A bad limp becomes an announcement to every predator with eyes. You are not on a heroic journey. You are a walking smell entering neighborhoods where every resident owns teeth. You follow scent trails. You avoid fresh lion tracks. You circle carcasses instead of rushing in, because rushing in alone is a fast way to become the next carcass. You hear whoops from a foreign clan and freeze. That sound could mean opportunity. It could also mean 10 angry females arriving in a wave. Eventually, hunger pushes harder than fear. You approach the edge of a new clan. This is the most dangerous job interview in the animal kingdom, and the position available is least respected male. You do not march in. You linger. You appear, vanish, appear again. You stay far enough away to avoid being torn up, close enough to be noticed. Your posture becomes a survival tool. Head low. Body small. Ears flattened. Every muscle says, I am not here to challenge anyone. I am barely here at all. The clan notices anyway. A female charges. You run. Another cuts across your path. You dodge. A male who arrived before you joins in, because misery has seniority here. Teeth flash. Dust kicks up. Your side burns where someone catches skin. You twist, slip away, and stop only when the pressure fades behind you. You are panting now. Bleeding maybe. Not badly enough to die. Just enough to learn the rule. Entry is not granted. Entry is survived. This harassment may happen again and again. The new clan does not need you. You are a stranger. You are a possible rival. You are a genetic opportunity only if you prove you can stay without disturbing the order. So you take the abuse. You retreat. You return. You accept being chased because leaving means starting a whole nightmare again somewhere else. After enough time, if you are lucky, the attacks become less intense. Not friendly. Hyenas are not throwing you a welcome party. But maybe the females stop treating every appearance like an emergency. Maybe the resident males no longer chase you instantly. Maybe you can rest near the edges. Maybe, after weeks or months of looking like an apology with legs, you become part of the clan's background. You have made it, and your reward is the bottom. You are now an immigrant male in a female-dominated clan, which means the social order places you below all adult females and often below their young. You left childhood with inherited rank. You enter adulthood with none. That is the central cruelty of your life. You do not fall because you lost a fight. You fall because you changed categories. As a cub, you were your mother's son. As an adult immigrant, you are just some male. At meals, this difference becomes physical. A carcass drops into the clan's world like a magnet made of blood. Hyenas rush in from different directions. The air fills with dust and calls. Jaws clamp in to hide. Bodies collide. The best meat disappears first, pulled by animals with better rank and better access. You wait near the edge. Not because you are polite. Politeness has been dead for several million years. You wait because pushing in too early can cost you skin. A high-ranking female feeds. Her cubs may squeeze in. Other females crowd the body. The carcass changes shape by the minute. First, the soft parts go. Then muscle, then skin. Then the hard parts remain. And this is where your species becomes terrifying. Hyenas can process bone with astonishing equipment, jaws, teeth, stomach acid, and digestive power built for not wasting a dead animal. That ability is impressive. It is less impressive when your role is mostly eating what rank left behind. Bone keeps you alive. Bone also wears you down. Teeth are not magic stones. They grind, crack, chip, and age. If you spend enough years arriving late to dinner, your mouth records your social position. Your face becomes a history book written in scars and worn enamel. But food is only the first battlefield. The second is reproduction. Here is where the story could have become simple. You are male. You want mating opportunities. You are in a clan with females. Therefore, you fight other males and win. No, wrong animal. In this society, force is a terrible plan. Females are dominant, socially powerful, and not interested in being treated like prizes at the end of a wrestling match. If you are too aggressive, you do not become attractive. You become injured. So your mating strategy is not conquest. It is endurance with manners. You spend time near females without pushing too hard. You learn who tolerates you. You follow at a distance. You greet carefully. You retreat when told. You build familiarity in tiny pieces, day after day, while still ranking low enough that almost everyone can ruin your afternoon. This is where male hyenas become strange compared with the usual image of animal masculinity. Your best weapon is not a roar. It is patience. Your best move is not a charge. It is knowing when not to move, because female choice matters here. A female can reject you, threaten you, ignore you, or choose another male who has been present longer. In some hyena populations, immigrant males gain status mainly by queuing. Older arrivals sit above newer arrivals. That means your future improves when another desperate young male appears and takes the lowest position beneath you. Your first promotion is not victory. It It is watching someone else arrive at rock bottom. The system is brutal, but it has logic. Females invest heavily in cubs. They need food, strength, allies, and rank. Their daughters stay and inherit the political map. Their sons leave, carrying genes outward. Immigrant males bring new genes in, but they do not get to rearrange the clan. The machine protects the female lines because those lines are the clan's spine. You are not the spine. You are genetic delivery with anxiety. And yet, you keep going. Because if you survive long enough, your chances may improve. A female may tolerate you, then accept you, then mate with you. You may sire cubs you will not raise inside a clan that still does not place you above its daughters. Your success, if it comes, is quiet. No throne, no takeover, no glorious scene where everyone bows. Just one more generation carrying part of you forward. That is the hard truth about being a male-spotted hyena. Your life is not built around becoming powerful. It is built around lasting long enough to matter. From the outside, that can look pathetic. A scarred male waiting, backing away, feeding late, greeting submissively, living below females younger than him. But from evolution's view, survival does not care how dignified the strategy looks. It only asks one question: did it work? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does not. Some males are injured by harassment. Some lose too much weight during dispersal. Some choose the wrong border at the wrong time. Some approach a clan that never softens. Some live long enough to mate. Others become a brief smell on the wind and then nothing. No narrator arrives to give them meaning. The grass just closes behind them. So now return to the den where you started. You are small again. Eyes open, teeth ready. Your mother stands above you in the dark entrance, listening to the clan outside. Her rank is your shelter. Her milk is your future. Her enemies are your danger. For a short time, you belong to the powerful half of hyena society simply because you were born beneath her body. You do not know yet that this protection has an expiration date. You do not know that the same clan teaching you its calls will one day become genetically useless to you. You do not know that adulthood means leaving the only hierarchy where you ever had value. You do not know that your life will be decided not by strength but by distance, tolerance, wounds, hunger, and time. You only know that milk is warm, siblings bite, and your mother is near. That is why being a male hyena is so cruel. You do not start at the bottom. You start just high enough to understand what you are losing. Then the clan takes your childhood rank, pushes you into the dark, and lets the savanna explain adulthood one chase at a time. You are born protected. You grow dangerous. You leave alone. And if you survive, the best welcome you can hope for is a place at the bottom of someone else's family.